Hey, what's up, Bootstrappers? This is Ryan Nickel coming at you with a very special video, so make sure you watch it the entire time. This video, I'm driving in my rig. I don't got my my little sport car where I got little mount to hold this thing, so it's gonna be a little bit of blur, a little bit of jiggling that's going on here. Anyway, man, this last quarter for us has just been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. On the seller financing side, we have added $155,000 in new equity. We've collected $82,000 in down payment money and increased our monthly cash flow $1,270 a month. That's just on the seller finance side. On the flip side, we have sold many of our projects. Actually, I shouldn't say many of them. We have so many still going right now. But I think we sold 4. The numbers are, as far as the number of units that were sold, I don't have that number, but the dollar amount I do know. I know that number. $103,000, $103,500 to be exact, is what we brought in as far as cash to the coffers for properties that we have sold. And why am I telling you all this stuff? The reason I'm telling you all this stuff is we are busy, and I want to maintain the production level that we have had, and also I want to be able to give back to you guys. So a few years ago, I did a live training where people paid me as much as $5,000 to be in the classroom and to learn what I know about seller financing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that training away for free. It's going to be on my YouTube page. It'll be there, and it'll be under the playlist live 3-day training or live seller finance training or something. I can't remember exactly what I named it, but there is a playlist, and that's yours, guys. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm turning down requests to coach with guys, to partner on deals and to do things. I just don't have the time right now. Unfortunately, scalability on my time is not a luxury that I have. I'm knee deep in these projects, and again, at the same time, my heart goes out to you guys. For those of you that don't know my story, I started this business. I started in 2015 is when I started. 2014. I'm sorry, 2014. I've been doing this for 6 years. I was broke. I was on food stamps. I left my wife and my kids to go and look at an opportunity in real estate. I didn't walk out the door and turn my back on them, but this was an opportunity that I had. So I literally left them behind to go check out this opportunity and slept on the floor of this guy's office space in the back closet for several weeks trying to figure out this business. And it worked. I mean, it actually does work. And I have a heart for those of you that are struggling, for those of you that are trying to get this thing up and going. And I want to be able to share the information that I have that I know works because I've done it for 6 years. I mean, this last quarter alone has been a tremendous blessing to my family. It's to the fact that we just bought a brand new house, or actually we haven't closed on it yet. Shouldn't take that back. We are in the middle of my partner and I bought the house. We're in the middle of remodeling it, and then I'm going to buy it. We're going to take it out alone and buy it for the partnership. But that's what life is like right now, and I want to be able to share this all with you completely free. Now again, you're going to be doing this at your own risk. I'm not going to be there holding your hand. Some of you guys are smart enough, you can go ahead and take the information and run with it and make a killing and elevate yourself. I mean, that's the name of our company, Elevate Real Estate. I'm doing this to elevate you. We've been elevated, and I want to elevate you as well. And so no strings attached. This is yours. Now, you're not going to be getting the forms and all that stuff, but if you're smart enough, go hire a VA. Tell them to watch the video. They can copy and they can write it all down and create the forms for you. That's it. If some of you guys want the forms, you can pay me a fee or something like that, and I'll give you that, because I paid money for that. I've had my attorneys and everything go over these. At least in California, I've had 4 separate set of attorneys go over my documentation, because it's changed over the years, and make sure that this stuff is legit in California. And if it's legit in California, I'm not going to make the assumption that it's legit everywhere else, but it's pretty legit as far as the paperwork goes. But that's not what you're here for, man. You're not here for paperwork. You can find paperwork anywhere. You're here for the concepts, how to do this deal, how to do seller financing, how to talk to sellers, how to find these deals, how to negotiate these deals. It's all there in the 3 days that I am giving to you absolutely free, no strings attached. But again, my warning and my caution to you is that is for you to seek your own real estate, financial, tax, whatever else advice you need to get. Don't take my advice for anything. You could end up going broke. But watch the videos. If you'd like something to see, go ahead and take it over to your CPA or your real estate attorney or whatever you want to do, financial tax advisor or whatever, and get their blessing, and then go ahead and move forward on it. But like I said, I'm dropping these videos either starting today or tomorrow. They're going to start dropping in there, and I'm dripping them in there. I'm not going to just overload you guys. They're going to be dripped in there daily, and I'm keeping them bite-sized, like 10 to 15 minutes a piece. So you might get chopped up in the middle of one day and have to come back the next day to finish the concept. I don't know. I got a VA that's doing it for me. Like I said, my time is strapped, and so this VA does not speak English. But I gave him the files, and I just said, hey, cut them up into 10, 15-minute chunks, and just, slap the intro and outro onto it, and it's yours. And just start uploading them for me. And they have agreed to do that. So, I could be like mid-sentence, mid-thought, and it's just cut off, and you're going to have to wait to come back for the next day. I'm sorry about that, but it was the most economical way as far as a time standpoint, as far as a time economy or economy of time. That was the most economical way for me to get these out to you in the quickest way possible without having it be delayed. And this is also something that's been in my heart for a long time, and I've been maybe too selfish with it, thinking like, I'm gonna continue to sell this course, which I do. I sell, I don't know, I don't want to think that I'm better than I really am, because I'm not. I think I sell maybe about 10 or 15 of these a year, which is not much at all. I don't actively promote it. I just don't. And those of you that bought my virtual class, I think I had about 50 of you guys buy my virtual class last year. The stuff that I'm sharing here in my 3-day, I never shared with you in the virtual. This is the deepest dive that I've ever done, and now I'm releasing it all publicly. Literally, this is like everything that I've done publicly, just thrown out there so you guys can succeed, so you guys can win, so you guys can be elevated, so you guys can make some serious money. Excuse me. And this is not like gonna be my legacy or anything like that. I just want to be able to share this with you guys, because what's coming here in the next year, so 2021, 2022, you're gonna need to know how to seller finance. You're gonna need to know how to negotiate these deals, how to structure these deals, how to profit from these deals. And you're going to have all the tools available to you to do that. That's exactly what I am doing for you, because I care about you, because I care about me, and I want us all to succeed. And this is the kind of information, the game-changing information that I wish I would have had when I first started my career. It was tough. It was tough, but I did it. I had a mentor. He walked me through it for the first little bit. After I got my hands dirty on 2 or 3 deals, I started to see the pattern of how this thing worked. I'm like, I got this thing going on. And so you're gonna be able to see that as well when I send this to you. So Bootstrap, I was gonna say that, Bootstrap this channel, that's not what you want to do. Bookmark this channel. Subscribe if you're not already, getting the notifications, because like I said, they're gonna be dripped out to you daily. And I want you to be able to profit from all of this information that I'm going to be sharing with you. And, as I have time, go ahead and write down in the comments. Head on over to Bootstrap REI, the Facebook page. If you have questions, I'll do my best to answer those questions. I'm not on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter as much as I used to be anymore. I used to do a ton of videos. Some of that was for show, just to say, hey, look at how great I am. Screw that crap. I'm not about that anymore. My ego, when you hit a certain level of success, your ego you don't need it anymore. There's no reason for me to be out there doing that stuff, which is why I'm giving this stuff back to you guys. I don't have time to run a training company. Frankly, I don't really enjoy doing that, just to be honest with you. Sometimes I feel like I'm babysitting, and that's not what I want to do. I want to have people that I can just encourage and just elevate and just, help them to succeed at the highest level. Sometimes I think what I've done is I've been, open to having kids come in. I say kids, of course, some are older than I am, to learn this stuff, but they really don't have the right personality, let's call it that, to make this thing work. And it was really a disservice to them to do that. And so this way, man, I can just give it out to everybody and not worry about, guilty conscience or things like that. Like, I've refunded money. Some kids, they've come and I realize, hey man, this is not for you. This is not for you. And, I was going to give you a shot, but at the same time, it's not working out, and I don't need your money, and I want you to go and invest in something that's going to be useful to you. I've actually had some people turn me down, like, no, screw that, man. I'm gonna reach out to you one day, and one day we're gonna make some money. And I'm like, all right, I love you. I love the attitude. But again, this stuff is available to you. I cannot emphasize enough. I can't overemphasize how much this has changed my life. Because all it takes is just one deal to change your entire financial future. Just one deal. That's what it was for me. You know, back in 2014, that one deal changed my life, and here I am. Gosh, man, this quarter alone, we added $155,000 in equity, $1,270 in cash flow to our already existing cash flow, and $82,000 in down payment money, not including the other $103,500 from the sales of our other flips that we've done. I mean, that's almost $200,000 in a quarter. That's some serious change from someone who was on food stamps, homeless for a time, you know, broke as can be. And I know there may be some of you out there that are feeling the exact same way, that are just wondering, like, what am I going to do? I mean, this is the greatest country in the world to be able to do this in. This is the greatest country in the world to be able to make something of nothing. I mean, I think real estate is like the last frontier for us to have an opportunity to be able to make something of ourselves, to be able to elevate ourselves to a level, to a status that we never even thought would be even possible in this lifetime. I mean, real estate really does that. And I mean, gosh, you know, maybe those numbers are big, and maybe they're not. Maybe they're small. Maybe you're like, oh man, only 200,000. What's wrong with this guy? You know, I thought I was doing even better than that. You know, that's okay. I'm perfectly okay with that if that's the case, because that's never been I'm only in competition with myself. I'm only out there to make myself better. And realistically, this is how I'm making myself better, by giving away what I have earned, you know, blood, sweat, and tears. I've fought for, I've paid money for, and I've refined it into a system that works for me. And I'm giving it away for free. And this is how I can better myself, because now I can free up my time and my resources. Who knows what I'm going to create next? This has been something that's been kind of weighing on me. It's been in the back of my mind. It's kind of been there. I've been holding on to it. You know, like, oh, I'm not going to give this up just yet. And it stifled my growth as far as a human being is, as far as creativity goes, because God spoke to me about 2 years ago and says, give it away and give it all away. And I hadn't been willing to do that until now. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe it just wasn't time. Maybe it was just planting the seed, but now is the time. Now is your opportunity. Now it's time for you guys to elevate. Now it's time for you guys to go ahead and make some money. Now it's time for you guys to get that one deal, that one taste in your mouth, and realize that this is the path that you want to go on, because it'll change your life forever for the better. All right, guys, I am grateful to be able to share this information with you. Go ahead and like and subscribe so that you can get notifications every single day when we're dropping these new things. It was close to, I want to say, about 30 hours worth of material, maybe more, maybe almost 40 hours of material. So, you know, factor in, I'm going to try to do this math real quick. I don't think I can do that. But 60 hours times 30, or 60 minutes times 30, that's a lot. It's like, what, 180 hours? No, 180 minutes? Okay, no, all right, I just completely embarrassed myself because I can't do simple math. What's 3 times 6? That's 18, right? Yeah, it's 18. So I got 30 hours times 60. Oh, it's not 180. It's 1,800 minutes. So you divide that by 10. So that's where the 180 came from. My mind was already racing past that. So you divide that by 10-minute increments. You're gonna have 180 videos. So you're gonna have about 6 months worth of material dropped out here over the next 6 months. So if that math is right, 30 hours multiplied by 60 minutes, it's gonna give you 1,800 minutes. And then divide that by 10-minute increments, you're gonna have 180. So you're going to have 180 little videos coming out over this 3-day thing. So it's going to take about 6 months for you guys to get through, which there is no reason in the world why you can't spend 10 minutes a day getting through this material and implementing it. And that's the biggest thing that I think I've seen and I've struggled with is the implementation process. It's great to consume the material. It's great to consume all that information and get like hungry for it and addicted to it. And like, oh, I got to get that every single day. But if you're not implementing it, then why are you wasting your time? So it's another reason why I broke it up this way, because 10 minutes a day, you can start implementing and you can refine what you're doing and you can get better and better and better. By the time of 6 months, you better have some serious deals under your belt. So, because I'm walking you through from find to contact to evaluate to contract to then market to sell it as a seller finance transaction, so that you can always make sure you have it sold